Spartacus was a man shrouded in mystery, his early life a tapestry woven from fragments of history, with many details lost to the sands of time. We know he was born a Thracian, a fierce people from the wildlands bordering the Roman world, known for their indomitable spirit and resilience. His people were known for their martial prowess, their lives intertwined with warfare and raiding, a constant struggle for survival. Some historians speculate that Spartacus might have even served in the Roman army before his enslavement, perhaps even as an auxiliary soldier, gaining invaluable experience. This theory suggests a possible familiarity with Roman military tactics, a knowledge that would serve him well in the bloody arena of rebellion, where strategy was as crucial as strength. What cruel twist of fate led him to the gladiatorial arena remains unknown, a dark chapter in his life. Perhaps he was captured during a Roman campaign, his freedom ripped away by the legions, or during a fierce battle. Or maybe he was sold into slavery by treacherous kinsmen, a victim of the era's brutal realities, where betrayal was a common currency. Regardless of the circumstances, Spartacus found himself thrust into the brutal world of gladiatorial combat, a life of relentless training and deadly battles. He was trained at Capua, a city renowned for its gladiatorial school, where he learned to fight with a variety of weapons and against diverse opponents, honing his skills. The life of a gladiator was harsh and short, a constant dance with death for the amusement of the masses, a spectacle of blood and bravery. Yet amidst the blood and sand, Spartacus clung to a flicker of hope, a hope that transcended the arena. This hope was not simply for personal survival, but for something far greater: freedom, a dream that burned brightly within him. It was this yearning for liberation, a desire shared by his fellow slaves, that would ignite the fires of rebellion and etch Spartacus's name into the annals of history, a legacy of defiance and courage. The year was 73 BC. The Roman Republic, a mighty empire stretching across the Mediterranean, stood at the zenith of its power. Its influence and control extended far and wide, touching the lives of countless people across diverse lands. Yet, within its seemingly impenetrable walls, a storm was brewing. The air was thick with tension, and the seeds of rebellion were quietly taking root. In the heart of Capua, within the confines of the gladiatorial school, Spartacus and a small band of his fellow gladiators dared to dream of freedom. They gathered in secret, their whispers of liberty growing louder with each passing day. Fueled by desperation and a burning desire to break free from their chains, they hatched a daring plan, a desperate gamble against insurmountable odds. Their resolve was unshakable, their spirits unyielding. Using kitchen implements as makeshift weapons, they overpowered their guards, their desperate cries for freedom echoing through the corridors of the Ludus. The rebellion had begun, and there was no turning back. The escaped gladiators, their numbers initially a mere 70 strong, sought refuge on the slopes of Mount Vesuvius, a formidable natural fortress overlooking the Campanian plains. Here, they found a temporary sanctuary. News of the uprising spread like wildfire, fanning the flames of discontent that simmered beneath the surface of Roman society. The whispers of rebellion grew louder, reaching the ears of those who had long suffered under Roman rule. Slaves, yearning for liberation and inspired by Spartacus's daring feat, flocked to his banner. They saw in him a beacon of hope, a chance to break free from their shackles. Shepherds, farmers and laborers, all those who bore the yoke of Roman oppression, joined the swelling ranks of the rebellion. Their numbers grew, and with it, their strength and determination. This ragtag army, united by a shared thirst for freedom, posed a direct challenge to the authority of Rome. They were a diverse group, bound together by a common cause. The escape from Capua, though a seemingly insignificant event in the grand scheme of Roman history, marked the beginning of what would become known as the Third Servile War, a conflict that would shake the very foundations of the Roman Republic, one of the largest and most dangerous slave revolts ever faced by the Roman Republic. The stage was set for a dramatic and bloody confrontation. As the ranks of the rebellion swelled, the movement began to take on a life of its own. Spartacus's innate leadership qualities came to the fore, revealing a man destined to lead. He was not just a skilled warrior, but also a charismatic leader who could unite people from diverse backgrounds and inspire them to fight for a common cause. His words resonated deeply with those who had suffered under the yoke of oppression. Under his command, the escaped slaves transformed from a desperate mob into a disciplined fighting force, ready to challenge the might of Rome. Spartacus understood that to survive against the might of Rome, they needed more than just raw courage. They needed a well-thought-out strategy and unwavering discipline. They needed strategy and discipline, elements that would turn their rebellion into a formidable force. He implemented rigorous training regimes, drilling his followers in Roman military tactics, effectively turning the very methods of their oppressors against them. This not only improved their combat skills, but also instilled a sense of unity and purpose. He recognized the importance of logistics, ensuring his troops were adequately supplied and equipped, even establishing workshops to repair and forge weapons. This logistical foresight was crucial for sustaining their prolonged campaign. But Spartacus was not just a military mind, he was a visionary leader. He was a shrewd tactician who understood the importance of alliances and political maneuvering. He sought to build a network of support that extended beyond the battlefield. He sought to win over and recruit freedmen, escaped slaves who had been granted citizenship, recognizing the invaluable skills and knowledge they possessed. These individuals brought with them a wealth of experience and a burning desire for freedom. His victories, however, were not solely attributed to military prowess. Spartacus's ability to inspire and motivate his followers played a significant role. Spartacus understood the power of symbolism. He used symbols and banners to create a sense of identity and unity among his followers. He allowed his men to take the spoils of war, boosting their morale and attracting new recruits. This practice not only rewarded his soldiers, but also served as a powerful recruitment tool. He also famously staged gladiatorial combats, but with a twist forcing captured Roman soldiers to fight each other, turning the tables on their captors and demonstrating the cruelty and barbarity of the arena. This act was both a psychological and symbolic victory. Through these acts, Spartacus not only challenged Rome's military might, but also its moral authority, further solidifying his image as a symbol of defiance and hope for the oppressed. His legacy would inspire countless others to rise against tyranny. The initial Roman response to the slave revolt was one of dismissive arrogance. They perceived the uprising as a minor disturbance, a nuisance to be swiftly quelled. They dispatched a small, poorly prepared force under the command of Gaius Claudius Glaber to deal with the slave problem. Spartacus, however, had other plans. Utilizing his knowledge of the terrain and employing cunning guerrilla tactics, he led Glaber's forces into a trap on Mount Vesuvius. The rebels, showering their attackers with stones and burning debris from the slopes of the volcano, routed the Roman legions, claiming their first significant victory. This unexpected triumph sent shockwaves through the Republic, forcing Rome to acknowledge the gravity of the situation. News of the Roman defeat spread like wildfire, further emboldening the rebels and attracting even more disaffected souls to their cause. Encouraged by their success, Spartacus led his forces in a series of daring raids throughout Campania, capturing towns, seizing supplies and weapons, and inflicting humiliating defeats on Roman forces. From Campania, Spartacus's army marched north, their numbers swelling with each passing victory. They crossed the Apennines, outmaneuvering and defeating another Roman army led by the praetor Publius Varinius. This string of victories against Rome, once thought invincible, shocked the Republic to its core. Spartacus, the escaped gladiator, had become a formidable opponent, a symbol of resistance against the seemingly invincible Roman war machine. His victories were not just military triumphs, but also powerful symbols of hope, demonstrating that even the mighty Roman Republic could bleed.